guards decide to ignore an individual incarcerated. The man dies in custody. Put up the picture for a mass. The man should be alive. A year after 20-year-old Keishon Thomas died while in police custody, one current and one police officer have been charged with crimes associated with his death. Prosecutors allege the cops were negligent in his care despite the arrestee's need for medical attention. Former officer Donald Krager of the Milwaukee Police Department was charged with felony abuse of a person in custody on February 24th. Officer Marco Lopez, who is still on the force, was charged with misconduct in office by making a false entry. That's a felony, still on the force. Background on the incident: Thomas was arrested on a bench warrant without incident after traffic stop February 23rd, 2022. Thomas would admit to officers before they got inside the station's booking area that he swallowed all the drugs that he apparently had in a baggie, with the exception of the piece on the back of the back seat of the squad car. Prosecutors say Thomas was clearly reacting to the narcotic concoction, including sweating, looking ill, vomiting, as the cop booked him. Now, as soon as he informed the officer, I have ingested a lethal dose of narcotic. At this point, the officer has whatever he needs. Wants to charge him with it, he can. But you gotta take him to a hospital now. This is a medical emergency, still a human being. You're not an execution officer, you are simply the arresting cop. Doing your job, right? Up until that point. You were doing your job up until that point. You decided to become a killer. Video from inside the station. Video from inside the station shows the officer was telling Thomas, who was objecting to going to the hospital, that he would call to get a medical attention, but never contacted an EMT. Thomas was placed in a holding cell sometime around 3 a.m. and remained there until the cop was relieved of his post hours later. Lopez took over the booking duty, but also chose to not call an ambulance or even check on Mr. Thomas, prosecutors say. The MPD originally reported that both Krager and Lopez conducted multiple call or multiple cell checks. However, investigators concluded that Lopez missed 10 checks between 9:15 a.m. and 3 p.m. These things are mandated for their job. The Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reports that investigators found that Lopez falsely claimed on a log to be making the checks every 15 minutes, when in fact, he was looking at his cell phone and a tablet, doing something on his computer and even painting. At 5:43 p.m., another booking officer who had taken over from Lopez discovered Thomas unresponsive in his cell. The young father of two would be pronounced dead less than 40 minutes later. The Milwaukee Alliance Against Racism, or Racist and Political Repression, said it is not enough to just indict Krager and Lopez. In a statement, the organization expressed, and I quote, "While we recognize these charges as progress, there were a total of 13 other officers on duty who were responsible also for Thomas at the time of his death." They also argued the MPD has not been transparent throughout the investigation and has been harassing the family over the last year. This is going to be costly. This is going to be costly to the taxpayers of that community, to the trust equity that good cops are trying to build with members of the community. And it is obviously costly to the family who now have one less family member because of the actions of a police officer that were criminally negligent against another human being. These things are not separated. These things are connected. It is a bias underneath all of it. Fran, thoughts here?
I mean, we've seen it time and time again, right? I'm thinking of Sandra Bland. I'm thinking of Freddie Gray. I'm thinking of everyone who needed help, who was treated like they were less than human in the custody of police. The one job you should have is actually keeping your suspect, if they're a suspect and you believe in the rule of law, you should keep them safe and alive until they can be brought to justice if that's what is necessary, right? Not actually leave them to die like this, right? And this happens all of the time. And again, the layers of racism involved, because it's like, a black man has a different body. He can ingest lethal levels of narcotics and be fine. It's like that literally is the racist underpinning that leads to deaths like this. It's people treating Black Americans like they are like somehow both less than human, but also superhuman. And it's really messed up. And yeah, he should be alive today. It's awful.
Yeah. All right.